Hi guys, back here again to talk about some dolls. If you're new here, this is just a recurring series I like to do here on my channel, where I go over new or upcoming fashion doll releases, and I tell you whether she will be an additional severe financial burden onto me, or whether I can tell myself I'm saving my money, as if not buying something that I didn't want in the first place makes me a monetary genius. The last time I did one of these, I was just kind of catching up on a lot of releases that I missed over a few months, but now we're here in the present. There's a lot of very interesting, very topical stuff to talk about, and there's really no reason to linger too long here on the intro, so let's get into it. But before we do get into the dolls, we do have a word from today's sponsor. Thank you so much to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. If there's one thing I love just as much as dolls, it's smelling good. I like to view fragrances as basically another layer to an outfit. You know, I love to dress cute and colorful because it makes me feel cute and confident when I do, and having a scent that just matches that perfectly is the extra boosts I love to have on when I go out. So particularly, I do like really sweet scents. Finding the right scent is a lot like doll collecting though. Expensive, right? Thankfully, Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that allows you to try a new designer fragrance each month for just $17. With each fragrance, you get a 30-day supply to try out before committing to the price of a full-size bottle. They all come in these really cute little bottles and magnetic cases that have a locking mechanism to make sure they won't accidentally spray out in your bag or whenever you carry them around. And they're perfectly portable too. You can slip them right into a purse, a bag, your pocket even. There's tons of scents to choose from. Perfumes, colognes, unisex options. So it's easy to experiment until you find the one that's totally yours. And just like that, you have a new signature scent. So some of my scents for this month, there's Sweet Almond Blossom from Floral Street, which has notes of pink pomelo, apple blossom, and tonka bean. So it's very floral and very sweet. I love this one specifically, I think, because I love scents that smell almost like edible, if that makes any sense at all. There's also Sugarful, which has tangerine, pink peony, and pink cotton candy, which I don't think I've ever seen used as a note before, but I love this one. I think it might be my new favorite. True to its name, it's very sugary. It does really actually smell like cotton candy, but in a way that's like elegant, which is very impressive. If you want to shop with Scentbird, make sure to click the link below or scan the QR code and use my code, DarlingDolls55, for 55% off your first month at Scentbird. That's only about $8 for your first month. Thanks again to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. So I always like to start with my good friend, my girl Barbie. And yes, despite all the terrible things I've said about her throughout these videos, she's still my girl. She'll always be my girl. Anyways, speaking of terrible, there's a new big Career of the Year set, this one celebrating women in the film industry, which, yes, obviously very topical and an important thing to highlight. As with a lot of modern Barbie stuff, I adore the message. I love what they're trying to do. But the execution, right? Because nothing really says follow your dreams like black cheetah print jeggings and a shirt that looks like it was picked off the floor at the Justice going out of business sale. And you could argue that the outfits are supposed to be functional, not visually interesting because it's a set for playing and acting out scenes, but the dolls are also unarticulated, so that very harshly limits their play potential. Like, the one in the ugly outfit can't even properly hold the camera she comes with. So, I know it's for kids, it's obviously for kids, but I think kids deserve better than this. They deserve dolls that look like they had at least an ounce of care and thought put into them. I will say I think the actress doll is pretty cute, and I do really like the little Barbie-shaped award. I know it's not new, but it's a cute accessory. On a slightly better note, there's a new signature doll coming for Barbie's 65th anniversary. They do these every now and then where they release a doll that references her first doll in some way, and I think This is one of my favorite ones they've done in that category, or at least one of the best non-swimsuit ones. I think she's really pretty. I love the hair. I love the face. I know, I'm surprised too. And I think the gown, though some of the material looks like it's on the cheaper side, I do like the design, and I just always have an appreciation for a big ball gown on a doll. There's also a Brooklyn Barbie version that'll be sold too, and she's really gorgeous too. She also has a really, really nice face up. I don't know if I'll actually buy either of them, but I still like them, and I think they're pretty good anniversary dolls. I think that's all for Barbie right now, so moving on to Disney. New Disney Illy Forever dolls, which I'm so excited about. It looks like these are like vaguely neon themed, I want to say. So all the dolls have colored streaks in their hair, some element of face paint, and their Mickey ears glow in the dark. I will say I am a little disappointed that they decided to just go with an assortment of princesses again. I'm glad they included Elsa. I think her doll is especially gorgeous, and I definitely want her. But I would have liked to see them branch out a little more, like Tinkerbell, Alice, Marie, all would be such good choices for this doll line, and that's just scratching the surface, really. But I still think they're all really cute, and they have some great pieces. The only one I feel kind of let down by is Belle's, just because I think putting her in a shirt with the character literally on it kind of defeats the spirit of Disney bounding, I feel. Also, another boy doll. That's cool. He's Sven inspired, which is both a really weird and a really interesting choice. I want to challenge the line to do a male doll inspired by a female character, though. That's what I really want to see. There's some new fashion packs, too. There's a Pixar Pajamas one, a Minnie Mouse one, and a Mirabelle one, which I think is by far the cutest. But yeah, it's good to see that they're still going strong. I just want to see them get more creative with the character choices, really. Next, on the Monster High side of things, just one new doll for now, but it's a special release. The Welcoming Committee Frankie Stein set, which I believe will be exclusive to Target. I think this doll looks so cool. I love the makeup, the hair, the outfit pieces. I am so glad to see pants and not biker shorts. I love what this doll represents too. You know, it's subtle, but also not subtle at all. But I just think something like this is so important, and I sincerely hope that they're able to help children feel more accepted and included. Toys can be really powerful in that sense, right? I do wish the accessories were perhaps a little more thoughtful than just a bunch of snacks, because I feel like that's becoming sort of a default thing for Monster High G3. But I don't know. My high school didn't have a GSA or anything like that, so maybe all they really do is gather and eat chips. If you were ever in one, let me know. There's some new Na 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 surprise dolls, for some reason. I've been kind of done with Na 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 for like 2 years now. I kind of thought they were done too, but I guess not. Right now, these are only available in Europe, and I don't know if they're coming to America or not. If they don't, I mean, I personally won't be too distraught about it. I think Na 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 surprise dolls are cute for what they are, but they're just very unwieldy to collect and way too overpriced. And MGA tried everything under the sun to try and make them more, I don't know, palatable, I guess, but it looks like none of it really worked because they're just back to the basics with this line. They even backtracked on the skin tone diversity, and that really says a lot, doesn't it? But yeah, I guess it's worth noting that Na 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 surprise dolls are still, like, out there, somewhere, existing. But I'm not that impressed with this release. The outfits are basic, nothing new, with some really poor fabric choices, and the dolls just aren't that great either. It definitely comes off as a release from a line that, like, knows they're on their last leg, you know? Also, from MGA, we, of course, have the Always Bratz. And I did talk about them a little in my video from last week, the 2023 year in review, so I might repeat myself a little here, but I'm overall pretty impressed with these. First off, new Playline Bratz is something I've been asking for literally since Bratz started releasing dolls again. The reproductions and the collector releases have been great for keeping the Bratz spirit alive, I think, but the dolls themselves have mostly just been very hit or miss with me. I just really wanted some cute, all-new, in-house, basic Bratz dolls, you know? And they delivered. I think they delivered really exactly what I was looking for. Yasmin, I think she's really cute. First off, I have to talk about how gorgeous the faces are on these dolls. The screenings have, for some reason, been really inconsistent from doll to doll, and that's with every character. But the impressive thing is that every variation that I've seen still looks really good. I think they knocked it out of the park with the faces on this line. They're so glamorous and just scream like modern Bratz, you know? But I love Yasmin's outfit. I love the different textures. The color scheme is nice. Her hair looks gorgeous. Accessories are really cute. Chloe, however, is my absolute favorite. I'm not a big denim girly, but I love when we get real denim on a doll, you know? Not just like a flat, shiny fabric that's printed to vaguely resemble denim. Like a certain doll we may have seen a little earlier in the video. But yeah, I think her outfit is so cute. I love the bold red lip on her screening. I love the little bits of pink here and there in her accessories. Overall, just an incredibly good doll. Sasha. You know, I really like that we're getting more and more jeans in dolls lately. And I think they give Sasha a unique silhouette that really helps her stand out in this line. If I had to criticize something, it would just be the color scheme, because I don't know if this really says, like, Sasha to me. But I also feel kind of insane saying that, because who am I to dictate what says Sasha, right? Jade. No, Jade. Jade is kind of a sore spot for me in this line. I still think all the quality and all the construction is there, absolutely, but it's just kind of a lot of baffling choices. Like, why did they give her those tiny, flat, little booties? Why is she wearing fishnet capris? Why is her hair styled like that? I don't think her outfit is ugly necessarily, but as a certified Jade fan, I just don't think this look is really up to standard. And you're absolutely free to disagree with me. If you love this Jade, I'm so happy for you, but I just really want this line to continue so Jade can hopefully get I won't say a better doll, but I'll say one that I hopefully appreciate a little more. Oh, also more Bratz stuff, the Bratz Babies reproductions. I'm pretty excited about these actually. Bratz Babies are actually kind of nostalgic for me. I've mentioned before a few times that my mom wouldn't really buy me Bratz dolls as a kid, so they're one of the few doll lines that weren't like a big part of my life growing up. However, she did buy me some Bratz Babies, and I wasn't like super into them as a kid because I just didn't really like baby dolls, but I do remember thinking they were pretty cute. I also think just as far as reproductions go, these are really impressive too, right? They're almost basically identical to the original ones. And I think there's just something so inherently camp about the Bratz Babies. They are just these ridiculous little creatures to me. I honestly might get one or two just for the novelty. Probably Jade, because I do have a bias. Now, the moment I'm sure we have all been waiting for. The new Rainbow High dolls for 2024. The big rebranding. And you might be seeing a lot of these girls on my channel for the next few weeks, actually, because I wanted to put together my own video discussing the rebranding and all of the speculation around it. And it ended up being a two-part project, but we're crossing that bridge when we get to it. For now, I'm just judging the dolls as they are. So, starting with the Pajama Party Junior High line. You guys know that I am a notorious junior high hater. I've never liked these dolls. I don't like their faces. I always thought their releases were kind of a waste of resources, and my opinion has not really changed. So, for one, considering that the rebranding of Rainbow High is specifically being aimed at a much younger demographic, I actually think that the junior high dolls are kind of a perfect avenue for that, right? They would be really easy to make them lean into this sort of sickly, super cute rainbow slime explosion aesthetic. But instead of doing that, they just give them really boring, basic pajamas. Violet is literally just wearing a white t-shirt and plaid pajama bottoms. That's as basic and pedestrian as you could possibly get. So it's just confusing, I guess. Why not take the opportunity to push it all a little further? I think a lot of the accessories are cute. That's my one allotted compliment. And now the new signature line, the Slime Kit dolls. To get one thing out of the way, I think the slime gimmick is like horrifically dated and out of touch at this point. It just has desperation written all over it. Like, the only way you could possibly think to appeal to a younger audience is slime. But to talk about the dolls themselves now. Amaya Rain. I hate sequins on dolls. I've made my feelings on sequins very clear now. And no, MGA does not need to appeal to all of my personal tastes, but the fact that this doll is like 80% sequins does make it pretty hard for me to not hate her. Also, this goes for every doll. I just hate the glitter on their faces. It looks so awful. And again, another thing that just says to me that they're incredibly out of touch with their demographic. Like, what do kids like these days? Glitter? Okay, whatever, slather the dolls in glitter. Sunny Madison. She's cute, but Sunny's always going to be cute. And for all purposes, this is just a slightly worse version of her signature doll from 2020. I do like the improvements made to her face mold, the disgusting glitter aside, but it's also just an incredibly lazy and effortless design, so I'm not very interested. Skylar Bradshaw. I think this outfit is gross. It's like all the worst trends of 2019 on a single doll, which is so weird to me that they seem to be drawing inspiration from fashion styles that were already dated when Rainbow High first came out in 2020. Like, what are we doing? Ruby Anderson. The crimped hair is really cute, but it's just like with Sunny, this is a lazier version of her signature doll. Pass. Violet Willow. Again, not a fan of sequins or anything that's happening here, really. This is by far one of the worst outfits I've seen on a doll in my entire life. And I'm not even exaggerating for humorous effect. I sincerely hate this outfit that much. MGA has to have something against Violet, because this is not an outfit you design for someone you love and care about. This is a dress you design for someone you wish nothing but misfortune and despair upon. This outfit was made with nothing but sinister and malevolent intentions. Jade Hunter. I think Jade is the most okay of this line. She's perfectly fine. I think some of her pieces are cute, especially the overshirt, but it is also just not a very impressive outfit overall, especially compared to what we know Rainbow High is capable of, right? And that's really my issue with the new direction as a whole. I think if Rainbow High wants a rebrand to suit a new audience, that's fine. I'm not the target audience either way. I am just an incidental bystander. However, if they want to introduce this very childish, very whimsical, very colorful aesthetic into the brand, then they need to commit to it, right? The dolls really just do not feel like they're representing this new vision for the brand. Everything comes off so half-hearted. The designs are really basic and dated and don't reflect any sort of identity. This is an extremely loaded word, I know, but they feel soulless. And I've always had my criticisms of Rainbow High. I've not loved every single release that they've put out, but I could at least say that they've always had a very clear brand identity, and it was impressive the way they always seemed to be pushing the limits of exactly what fashion dolls could accomplish. So if kids love this new direction, that's great. Sincerely, I'm not wishing for them to fail. I don't want them to leave the shelves, But I do think a lot of the decisions are just a little disappointing. Speaking from my perspective as a collector, I will have more detailed thoughts, hopefully soon though, so be on the lookout. But yeah, that's just about everything I had on my list for today. But now it's your turn. Go down there in the comments and let me know which dolls you're most excited for, and also which ones you'll be passing up on. I know it's going to be a hot topic, so also definitely let me know your thoughts on Rainbow High's new direction. Do you hate it? Love it? Do you agree or disagree with my thoughts? Tell me all about it. And when you're done with that, just be sure to like and subscribe for any future fashion doll content. Now go out and get those dolls.